welcome. This is Sense of Spirit, and I am Erin. I am going to do a reading this week for everybody. That's going to take a look at the week of May 24th through May 31st. And what I have done is I've gone ahead and shuffled the cards and laid them out so that we can keep this rolling along. The first three cards are going to be from the Sacred Destiny deck, the Power of Surrender deck, and the Super Attractor deck. And those three cards are designed to give everybody who happens to watch the video this week an overview of what they can anticipate for the next 7 days. All right? What I have done underneath those cards is I have pulled additional cards and laid them into 3 separate lines. Okay? So what I would like you to do is take a moment to take a deep breath and think about which number attracts you. Is it number 1? Is it number 2? Or will it be number 3? That will give you a more specific and slightly more personalized reading for the week. I haven't really broken it down much beyond that because I truly believe that you found me, you're here, there's a message waiting for you. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with the 3 cards at the beginning that I have pulled for us. So the first card that came out was the New Beginnings card, and I think that's a fantastic beginning to a week, don't you? This is telling us that as the new day dawns, as we look into the horizon, everything is changing for us for the positive. And we are going to find ourselves in a situation where we are starting things fresh. We're heading this week, we're going to be in Mercury retrograde about the 29th, if I'm not mistaken. That'll find you probably reminiscing a little bit and going over the choices and decisions that you have previously made. Anything that has been unresolved will probably come back to the surface for you to revisit again. And it feels to me like this is going to work beautifully with the new beginnings, because you're finally going to take those things and tie up the loose ends so that you can have a clean slate as we move forward. All right, so the second set is coming from the Power of Surrender cards, and this is going to give us a message about something that we can release during the course of the week. And this is talking about surrendering to our soul's path. So this is feeling to me as though we have had a lot of time confined to our personal spaces and had a lot of time to think. And during that time, we've probably pondered the things that we would like to spend more time tackling, what it is that is our heart's desire, okay? This is now the time for us to make sure that we are able to follow that. This is saying that everything we've gone through up until now has been designed exactly this way for our personal growth, okay? If you feel like you're hitting a stumbling block or somebody is getting on your last nerve over the course of the week, know that it's a temporary situation and there is a meaning attached. There's a lesson attached to it. So it's temporary. Things are going to be moving. When I looked down at the card just now, I also caught the bridge. And it feels like there's a passage. There's a rite of passage or a passage of some kind for us during the next 7 days. So I definitely feel like we're crossing that bridge so that we can start things and be in a better place. Our mantra from the Super Attractor is saying, I accept that good things come easily. I am the Super Attractor. So that's just, again, a reminder. If things feel like they are strained or taking too long over the course of the week, don't pay that any mind. Step back, take a deep breath, and understand that everything is evolving exactly the way it should. It's just happening on the timeline that the universe has prepared, not the one that you have in mind for yourself. All right, so that's the overview for everybody. Now take your deep breath, and which number is going to pop into your head? Is it going to be number 1, number 2, or number 3? And that's going to give you a more detailed look at your week. All right, pile number 1 is talking about community. It's talking about you connecting with somebody who is a wise counselor who's going to be able to provide you with guidance and information that you have been seeking. This could be found in a single individual, or you may find yourself aligning with a community or a group of people. but definitely you're finding a space within your world that's going to help you either expand or give you a more, it feels like a more broad perspective of options that are available as a whole. So their thinking is going to be different than yours, and they're going to be able to enlighten you and have you understand that things can be done in different ways. We don't have to have a traditional way. There's not just one way to skin a cat. Okay? That's what the first message is. The second message is talking about being prepared and not giving up. If you look at this fellow, he's holding his shield and all of the torches are aimed at him. So you might feel like you're under the gun this week. You might feel like you're fighting a losing cause, but really your angels are here to help you. So remember to ask them for guidance during the course of this week. If you need a break, please take advantage of the fact that they will help you. They will step in, but you have free will, so you need to ask them first. Finally, Call of the Muse. Again, this feels like freedom to me. It feels as though you're going to be once again drawn, propelled towards the things that fill your passion. So this week from this particular pile, I'm interpreting as shedding and releasing old thoughts, old patterns, old people, things that are no longer serving you, because you are moving towards your goal and you're moving towards your passion. So you may find that things are changing up a little bit for you this week. Okay? That's for my friends who chose pile number 1. Pile number 2, let's see what we have in store for those of you who have selected this line. Okay, so the first card out is talking about a lot of activity this week. As you can see, the gentleman is on the horse. The horse is propelled forward, and you can see from the ribbons on his head that things are moving at a rapid pace. So there feels like there will be much movement for you, that things are going to be moving probably faster than you anticipate. It will be extremely important for you to stay focused and to trust your instincts during this time, because otherwise you're going to find yourself stumbling and overcrowded in your brain. So make sure that you are taking a second to breathe and to step back and to ponder exactly what it is that you're dealing with. There's no reason for you to have to make a snap decision, even though things are moving at a rapid pace around you. Okay? Second card is talking to us about independence and believing in yourself. So again, if you're faced with challenges and or decisions this week, know that everything is going to be just fine. Don't go into that what if mode, because it's irrelevant. I want you to focus on, this is what I want to achieve, this is where I'm going, this is the way it's going to be, because that's what it is. Make sure that you're finding balance in your life. It feels as though this person, potentially a male, is going to be requiring a lot of attention. Could be an employer, could be a child, could be a husband, whomever it is, they're going to want your attention, and you may find that your daily life is kind of off balance. Okay? So don't allow that to happen. It's not necessary. Just make sure that they understand their place as well, and that you don't have to be constantly over accommodating. Third card is feeling the world. So this is telling me that it's going to be emotional. You're going to feel not just your own emotions, but you're going to feel what's happening around the world. So I would say, having been given this clue, you might want to limit your time on the internet. You might want to limit your time on the television over the next 7 days, because you'll find yourself being impacted by something that you're seeing. And I think that I believe you don't need to do it, but I don't think you need to overload your plate again. Okay? All right. That was pile number 2. Pile number 3, those of you who selected it, looks like it's going to be an interesting week. Again, we're talking about balance, but this time it's talking about balance in relationships. So make sure that you are not being taken advantage of. You're probably going to find yourself in kind of a fun, flirty mode for the course of the week. So just bear that in mind, because the card that accompanies it is talking about making good choices. So try not to overstep. It's possible that something you say in a flirtatious manner could be misinterpreted, and we don't want that to happen, okay? Pay attention to your friends and colleagues, the people that are around you, because there may be some unsavory things happening behind the scenes that you could be privy to. All right? I'm looking at the card and I feel like what I want to say to you is, if you get a red flag or you're uncomfortable by something somebody is saying or what you've been told, to pay attention to that instinct, okay? Third is Beautiful Uncaging, which is just a fantastic card. This is telling us that you're going to be breaking out of your shell shortly as we enter into the end of the week, and that you're going to be able to show your authentic self to people and live the way that you have been longing. So it looks like three very diverse perspectives happening over the course of the week, which is interesting to me. That's why I like to break it up. I think that you'll feel like you have a little more control over what message you need to hear, and because the messages are so distinctly different, I believe that that's a good thing. All right, guys, so I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for visiting with me. Come see me on Facebook, like and subscribe, comment, share. All of that stuff helps me, and I really do appreciate it. So thanks for coming. I'm Erin, and this was Sense of Spirit. Thank you. Have a good week.